we get the winners of the APA in the Battle Royal opener, where they defeated Godfather and Mark Henry, the Headbangers, Edge and Christian, Hardley, Dudley Boys, Mean Street Posse, and Too Cool. And as you can see from this collection of wrestlers in the ring, the tag team division back here was a lot stronger. There was more variety, and now time's moved on, and it's just not the same. There's tag teams here who I enjoyed watching, and a few more later in the night. But for this match, I thought it was okay, fairly quick, but with the amount of wrestlers, the time they've got to get through with this match, it had to be quick to get to the point. I was quite surprised that Edge and Christian and the Dudleys were eliminated from the finale, the final, but we were left with the APA, the tag team that obviously won the match and went on to the chance to face the tag team champions at the Royal Rumble, but the crowd wanted the Hardys. Overall, you expect a good match to kick off pay-per-views, and this match provided some entertainment, just not enough because of the quickness and the fast pace to get the amount of wrestlers down to the final few. It was about this time where Kurt Angle was climbing the ladder to create the name for himself. He was climbing up to become one of the top wrestlers in the WWF, WWE. And even though I do enjoy Steve Blackman, the martial arts expert doing what he does, this match was just there. They had the build up of this match. Kurt Angle on the microphone backstage and temporarily in the ring, about to talk about the 3 eyes before Steve Blackman came. And even though it's an okay match, nothing too special for the uprising Kurt Angle just yet, Steve Blackman got his revenge after the match by taking down Kurt Angle. There's not really much to say about this, apart from this point on, you saw the growth of Kurt Angle while Steve Blackman kind of stayed where he is, but did have some good matches. Just like the tag team match, you can see how the women and the divas have changed over the years. From here in Armageddon 1999, we had all these different types of female wrestlers with their different attires, wrestler moves, bodies, underwear, to how they are now. Yes, they still wear attires to attract people, but I feel the divas, the women wrestlers back here, were the better athletes, the ones that were entertaining and ones you could get behind better. Maybe that's more because of the writing and the concentration the WWE have on their divisions right now. But back here, yes, they were good performers, good wrestlers, and definitely good attractions to the WWF, WWE. But they were still looked upon as the bodies, Yes, they could perform, but matches like the pool match, which they got tonight, which Miss Kitty ended up winning and becoming the women's champion. It was more for the attraction, something to give the fans to look at, enjoy, and to get all pumped up about. But we have Miss Kitty who won the match, and instead of just accepting she won and becoming the new champion, she strips down because she was the one who didn't get stripped down during the match, takes it a step further and shows off her boobs before getting covered and taken away. Because back then, the divas, the women, were able to do a lot more than what they can do now. You could say that was a bad thing because it devalued women in some way to, in their matches, to have to strip down and to flaunt around their bodies, to now where the WWE are trying to make the Divas more wrestling more than the show-offs. But you guys tell me, do you prefer the Divas back in 1999 and onwards, and why? Or do you prefer the Divas now, and why? The Hollies defeated Rikishi and Viscera. After sitting back and enjoying past WWF WWE pay-per-views, one thing I really miss is the WWF WWE concentrating on backstage segments, backstage interviews. Like we had Rikishi backstage, Kurt Angle backstage, Val Venus backstage, and promos or mic time that they got was enjoyable. They gave them their own mic time, their own chance to speak about the match, the build for this match, and what the outcome's going to be. I enjoy that. Val Venus backstage with Lillian Garcia, then going on and becoming the new European champion after defeating D'Lo Brown and the current European champion, British Bulldog, where the Mean Street Posses were sent backstage because of past interference they caused for this feud. And even though I don't feel that these three wrestlers worked very well against each other tonight, at least it got the championship on the card, and we got a new European champion out of it. But I really didn't like this match ever so much, and I don't think the crowd liked it as much either. Now, one match on this card I'm really going to compliment is XPac versus Kane in a cage match. This match had DX interference, Kane getting handcuffed to the top rope. We had X-Pac to Totori, Kane grabbing X-Pac on his shoulders when X-Pac almost won the match, a flying clothesline from the top of the cage. So it had its spots, it had a good story of how there were tag teams, friends, breaking them up, moving them on as they are here at Armageddon. I really enjoyed this match. This Kane, very entertaining. X-Pac on the mic, like I mentioned earlier. This match, this feud had everything. I really enjoyed this, and the fact that Kane got the win with the stipulation of not being able to climb out, escape the cage, he had to win by pinfall. I really like this match. Probably my first favourite match on this card. Talk about the females who got focus in the WWF, early WWE. We had Chyna, the woman who was able to go up against males, the woman who was able to win male championships. And going to Armageddon, she was the Intercontinental Champion, only to submit to Chris Jericho. And I'm not going to say anything wrong about this. Chyna, the work she did was very good. Her build and the way she performed, you could believe that she was the woman to watch out for. Yes, some people may not have liked her becoming champion, her defeating males, but the work she did, I'm just going to say this right here, right now, I enjoyed it, I liked it, and they had Beth Phoenix who could have done the same, but Beth Phoenix, her push or her character gently started to slip down, and then she went to progress with her family. But Chyna, strong booking all the way. Chris Jericho becoming the Intercontinental Champion enabled the feud and the Chris Jericho character to continue to develop. I felt promo work was missing from this next match. We had Rock and Mankind, Rock and Sock Connection versus Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, or Mr. Ass, in the New Age Outlaws. I felt both teams, with the way they speak on the mic and the entertainment they bring, what they do, I felt that was missing before the match, after the match. But I think with Rock and Mankind, Paul Al Snow aspect was the important part of this match and the continuation. And with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn being the heels, I guess they didn't want to come across too entertaining or too much of a face at this moment in time. So for that, I can understand. The match, though, it ended with a no disqualification, which, for storyline continuation, okay. But it got the WWF Tag Team Championship involved at a pay-per-view, so thumbs up. For the storyline aspect, the Big Show retaining his WWF Championship against Big Boss Man was all good and fine, but the match was too short, boring, I didn't like it, and I felt that the video package before the match was a lot better than anything that this match did or was going to provide us anyway. Now for the actual Armageddon match. We had Triple H versus the chairman of the WWF WWE, Vince McMahon, with Stephanie in the audience. This match had everything. A strong story, it had some real life stuff going into it with Triple H, Stephanie wedding, and probably a bit of Vince McMahon's feelings about this going in. We had Mankind getting involved. We had Triple H, probably a #1 contender for the WWF Championship. There was a lot of action in the ring, outside the ring, in the audience, backstage. It was just such a brilliant match. No holds barred all the way. Both men looked great in this match. Triple H kicking his ass, Vince McMahon fighting back, and we also had the big finish that really set the future of the WWF on fire. We had Triple H about to get sledgehammered by Vince McMahon, only for Stephanie to step in to want to take down Triple H herself, but she couldn't do it. She wouldn't dare do that to Triple H. But then wait, it was all a setup. Triple H gets up, takes the sledgehammer, and takes down Vince McMahon for the 3 count. And then Stephanie and Triple H hug it out. Hug it out. And that pushed their relationship much further after this. And the feud with Vince McMahon and Triple H, and now Stephanie, to a limit. Such a great finish to this pay-per-view. Such a great match. And I sound so positive, enthusiastic about this, because I cannot see much fault with this match. I really enjoyed this, and with no holds barred, and the fact that WWF built this up so well, full credit to the WWF, full credit to Vince McMahon, full credit to Triple H, full credit to Stephanie, and obviously Mankind's part. But please, 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 share your thoughts on the main event. The rest of the card, I felt it was okay. I thank the people who recommended this pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. Some of the matches could have been better, but for the backstage segments, the build-up of storyline, the build-up of wrestlers as well, and it building up to other pay-per-views, this pay-per-view had it all. But share your thoughts on this pay-per-view in the comment section below, and let's see what pay-per-view I put out in a later live stream for you guys. And now this leaves me to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.